I don't like to predict in elections. I think it's better now than it was 3 weeks ago when I first came in here. I think we made progress, and I hope, obviously, I hope that we do well, but I just, to try to make any exact predictions, I just don't like to do that before elections.
There's some feeling that McCarthy will be finished if you beat him decisively here. Are you hoping to deal a mortal blow to Senator McCarthy?
I'm not. It really makes no sense for me to try to get involved in either figures or personalities. What I'm trying to do is and what I've tried to do is to present what my ideas are about the campaign and about the future, and I'm concentrating just to try to do as well as I can myself.
There's been a lot written about how much money is being spent here by both you and Senator McCarthy. Can you give us a rough estimate of how much money you have spent in Indiana?
I think it's, as our people have put out, I think it's somewhere between $550 and $600 or $650,000, which is not out of line with what Senator McCarthy is spending, or what was spent, for instance, in the state of Wisconsin. And I might say that where most of the money goes is to your medium. If your medium television made time available to the candidates, the cost would be very, very small in a political campaign.
Senator, things certainly look like they're going very well here for you, certainly from the size of your recent crowds. Do you expect to win here in Indiana? How important is victory here in Indiana to you and your prospects for winning the nomination?
Well, I think I have to do well in Indiana. The only thing really that I have going for me at all is that there's support amongst the people, because I have elements, obviously, across the country who are opposed to my candidacy. If I can take my candidacy to the people in the primaries and I can do well in those primaries, then I have a chance. If I don't do well, if I'm rejected, then I don't think I have a chance for the nomination.
You say if you don't do well here in Indiana, you don't think you have
I'm talking about
all of the primaries together. How serious do you think a defeat here in Indiana would be to you and your hopes for the nomination?
Well, I think, of course, we have it complicated by the fact that Governor Brannigan is in it as a favorite son, and he has the organization with him. So I think that makes it somewhat more complicated. I think that as far as Senator McCarthy and I are concerned, I think that I have to do well as far as his involvement.
What is your definition of victory here? Is it a decisive defeat of both Governor Brannigan and Senator McCarthy?
As I say, I don't think I can answer that. We'll have to wait until Tuesday.
There's some feeling that Senator McCarthy will be finished if you beat him decisively. Are you hoping to deal a mortal blow to Senator McCarthy here?
I'm here campaigning, but if I do well, and it improves my chances. If I do badly, it improves his.
Do you think a vote for Governor Brannigan is a vote for Humphrey or a vote for the so-called Stop Kennedy movement?
Well, I don't think I would say that it was not a friendly vote.
A lot has been written about how much money is being spent here in Indiana by both you and Senator McCarthy. Can you give us a rough estimate of how much money you have spent?
These networks and the individual stations. If they made the time available, there wouldn't be this financial problem for any of the candidates, in my judgment.
Senator, thank you very much. Thank you. Now, you want me to look straight in the camera or off to one side?
You could just like you're looking at him.
Straight in, Senator, things certainly look like they're going well for you here in Indiana, certainly from the side. Well, Senator, things look like they're going very well for you here in Indiana, certainly from the size of your recent crowds. Do you think you're going to win here? How important is victory in Indiana to your prospects for winning the nomination? How serious would a defeat in Indiana be to you and your prospects for winning the nomination? How serious would a defeat here be for you and your chances of winning the nomination? What is your definition of victory here? Is it decisive defeat of both Governor Brannigan and Senator McCarthy? Vice President Humphrey's campaign managers say Do you think a vote for Governor Brannigan is a vote for Humphrey or a vote for the so-called Stop Kennedy movement? Vice President Humphrey's campaign managers say that he has nothing at all at stake here, that he's not involved in any degree. Do you feel that you're in any sense running against the Vice President here?
Well, I think that obviously if I did badly here, his position would be considerably enhanced. There's no question about that. So I suppose as I have something at stake here, he also has something at stake here. His is somewhat different.
That's all.
I think I'm going to shake hands
Freckles, come here.
Well, I'm glad you stopped in.
Well, thank you very much. I hope we didn't disrupt things.
Not a thing in the world. Glad to have
Nice
you.
to see you. What's your name? Nice to see you. Do you run this?
No,
There
she
is the
runs
run.
that right back there.
Hi. How are you? We just dropped in.
Glad to have you.
How are you? Thank you.
I'm Lucille Brinkley. And
Nice to
this
see
is my
you.
sister, June Oldhouse.
How are you? Nice to
Thank
see
you.
you.